If they told us like, we are going to give you guns and you're going to fight for Ukraine.
The Russia-Ukraine conflict has exposed the mindset of Western media. The Western media has different way of seeing refugees. They see color of their skin, the color of their hair, the color of their eyes. I am not joking. See how this BBC panelist describes the refugees fleeing from Ukraine.
It's very emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed.
I can't believe this, how someone can speak such things on a news channel. And BBC don't even bother about it. This man is sad because the refugees are European. He is not sad because people are suffering from war. He is sad because these people have blonde hair. He is not sad because innocent people are dying. He is sad because they have blue eyes. He would have been happy if this war was happening in a country where people have black or brown color skin, where people don't have blue eyes, where people don't have blonde hair. Do you know who this guy is? He is a former deputy prosecutor general of Ukraine. This shows what sense of white supremacy they have. During 2015 refugee crisis, when there was war in West Asia, BBC built different charts and one of those charts was about which European countries are most affected. When people were dying in West Asia, they care about European countries. Now, let's watch a video from another Western channel. This is NBC News US.
These are not refugees from Syria. These are refugees from neighboring Ukraine. I mean, that, quite frankly, is part of it. These are Christians, they're white.
She is saying that these are not refugees from Syria. These are Christians, they are white, they are similar to us. Is she even a journalist? I mean, how, with such a mindset, she became a journalist? Because Syrians have darker skin color than Europeans, because they are not Christians, so, Europe will not help Syrian refugees. Another news channel, CBS News. Listen to its reporter.
This isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen.
According to him, Iraq and Afghanistan are uncivilized countries and they deserve war. Anyone can go and invade their country, kill as many people as they want, test their weapons on real targets. There is no problem, after all, these countries are made for war. While Ukraine is civilized and they don't expect war, just because they are civilized. Al Jazeera English, a news channel from Qatar, but it also broadcast from London.
What's compelling is just looking at them, the way they're dressed. These are prosperous, I'm loath to use the expression, these are prosperous middle-class people. These are not obviously refugees trying to get away from areas in the Middle East that are still in a big state of war. These are not people trying to get away from areas in North Africa. They look like any European family that you would live next door to.
Its anchor is confused with the definition of refugees. He thinks that refugees can't be middle class, they can't be European, refugees can only be from Middle East. I think this is why in 2015, Europe shut down its border for West Asian refugees during the refugee crisis. This is why they treated them like cattle and tagged them as terrorists, because they were not white, because they were not from Europe. And now when there is war in Europe, they are telling that this is the biggest crisis on humanity after the Second World War. They are not leaving any stone unturned to show it to the world that how brave Ukrainians are. And how they are the only ones suffering from war. If Ukrainians are so good, then why they are treating foreign students like this?
Refugees of color from Africa, India, and the Middle East are reporting discrimination.
This is unfair! This is unfair!
At the border, guys, border soldiers, border police, there was like super racist, I think. And all the black people, Arabic people especially, what I saw, they beat them, they tore their gun to them at night.
Pour qu'on nous mette le cachet de sortie, nous avons passé encore plusieurs heures. Donc les Ukrainiens ont le droit d'emprunter les bus. Eux, ils sont bien assis, mais nous, on marche à pied. Pour moi, on était choqués.
Et ça a été fait par qui, ça?
Les policiers ukrainiens. Ça, c'est quelque chose, on doit dire la vérité.
So now you are taking Ukrainian white people. Why? Are we not people like them?
I am not saying that Europe should not help Ukrainian refugees. It should help, but not because they are white people. but because they are suffering from war. Now listen to this lady from ITV News.
Now the unthinkable has happened to them. And this is not a developing third world nation. This is Europe.
She thinks that refugees can only be from developing countries, and it's Europe, so this cannot happen here. I think she forget about the 2 world wars. This is how hypocrite the Western media is. They think they are superiors from the rest of the world. They think they the only civilized humans. They think only they are educated, and most importantly, they think they are the only humans on this earth. If you found this video helpful, then please give it a like and share this with your friends and family. Also, if you are new to the channel, then please consider subscribing.